Hey everyone, welcome to a very special Valentine's edition of the Timeline Podcast. I wanted to make this episode because I wanted to ask you guys a question. Do you want to be in a relationship? Well, ask yourself one question first. Why? Is it because you're ready to settle down, or is it because you're lonely? I've spent every waking minute of my life from high school to my 20s dead set focused on finding the one, as they call it, to the exclusion of everything else. I just didn't realize how much time and energy I was wasting until very recently. With every heartbreak, every deception, and every end to a toxic relationship, I feel a part of myself falling away and all of myself changing. I've realized that when I could have been present, when I could have been living life and living in the moment, when I could have been happy just doing the things that I loved, I spent time and energy that I didn't have trying to find my high school sweetheart. When that didn't work, I ran 130 miles away to college, expecting that I would graduate with my future wife by my side. Needless to say, that didn't happen, and I ended up wasting my entire senior year trying to justify a toxic relationship to that end. With every relationship, there's give and take, but what are you doing more of? Is it the giving or the taking? Either way, there's loss of yourself and the other person. Your time, your life, and even your idea of what love really is just gets blurred in the midst of heartbreak and just feeling like a failure in a relationship. Just don't point fingers, alright? Yes, somebody is at fault and you have every right to be angry and heartbroken, but it's not necessary. In fact, it just does more damage to yourself in the end, as well as to the other person. There's only one true love, and that's the love of Jesus Christ. When I realized that, I finally realized that the life I was supposed to be living was my own life, and not comparing myself to the stage other people are in. People who honestly aren't in my life anymore and really shouldn't matter if you think about it. You shouldn't go around trying to live up to some status quo people try to impose on you. I mean, I'll be honest, if I had been in a relationship back in high school, I am absolutely positive that I'd be divorced by now. And I'm only 24. I've seen it happen, and I don't want to live with the shame of that label. Marriage is meant to be sacred and everlasting, enduring through thick and thin, the good times and the bad, for better or worse, sickness and in health and all that. It's not to be thrown away when it outlives its usefulness, and with divorce and even breakups comes loss of self-esteem, self-image, and even love. I'll be honest again, I find myself believing in love a little less after 9 years of trying and failing to date, but that's why I've made this resolution. It's to pursue God this year with everything that I have and everything God calls me to do. I plan to follow the path that He's laid before me and the plans He's made for me. In other words, to live my life according to God's will for it. And if and when the time comes for me to settle down, God will raise up the right person and confirm it in my heart to do it with. That's what true love really is, and I think that's what people get mixed up with love at first sight. Now, if you're in a relationship and you're happy and you know that it's a healthy give and take, more power to you. I'm happy for you, and God bless you and your union, especially if you're beginning to head into that direction. But I urge all of you to do the same thing, to pursue God with everything you have. He should be your first love. If you're in limbo with your love life, take a step back. No more dating apps, no more trying to force a status quo upon yourself because you're lonely or in a hurry for your life to begin. Your life has already begun. So stop wasting it on something God hasn't allowed to happen yet. God has a timing, a plan, and a provision for everything that your heart desires. Sometimes the answer might be no, but it's because God has greater things planned for you in the season you're in right now. So pursue God, then continue to pursue Him when He gives you someone to pursue. Happy Valentine's Day from all of us here at Project 2911 Productions.